Hello everybody, want to come in and do a quick video before I start work today. Just a little topic I thought was relevant because our children are back in school. My mother brought it to my attention that it was a little girl, I believe it was Tulsa, that the school said that her locks were not presentable, and even in their school handbook they had that you couldn't wear locks. Some other little stuff. I know it was, I think, afros as well. And I think it said if they have weave that it can only be shoulder length. So I just thought it was really, I thought that was really odd to have in a handbook. I understand maybe trendy. And that's another thing, the debate about what's a trend and what's not a trend. So the question is, okay, so the thing is, they couldn't have mohawks, and I do believe mohawk is a trend. Parts, graphics, and things in your child's hair is a trend. Like my son, he just has a low haircut now. And the other thing is about the afros. Is that a trend or is it not a trend? Now, I do believe, as far as school is concerned, especially grade school, I'm sure high school, there will be different rules and it's a little bit different kids and things like that, but I would think the afros should be possibly at a certain length, not too large, because I know the longer my hair gets, the harder it is to maintain. So I think that's a little bit questionable too. But the thing about, okay, so back to the locks. Now, I think as school officials writing handbooks and things like that, I think they need to educate themselves on culture versus just trends. They see a new style that they're unfamiliar with and they automatically assume that it's a trend versus culture. Now, I believe the locks are culture, as well as afros can be cultural and go into trendy. Now, reason I say locks are cultural because many of us, wear natural hair. It's okay, what style am I going to wear my natural hair? And for a little girl, or even older women, whoever decide to say, okay, I want a lock. A lock is more of a, not permanent. However, in order to revert back to another style, you're going to have to cut your hair off. I know I've heard of people saying they comb it out, but that would take forever to comb out some locks. But I think to say that that's trendy or her hair wasn't presentable is very shows lack of tact and lack of understanding for culture. So I think the lock thing, they need to throw that out the window forever, okay? Like I said, with the afros, I can understand having some regulations on it, making sure it's not too long, and making sure that they are well maintained. And then you go into the other thing of, like with the natural hair, you do have people that, now, consider myself, I'm thinking myself, when my hair grow out to a certain length, when it gets too long, like I said, that's why I end up cutting it off, because I just feel I like to be able to wash and go, okay? So, but even when it gets to a certain length, I like the little curly, kinky look. So when I wash it, condition it, I just let it go because I love seeing the little parts and the little coils and stuff like that. So to me, that's cultural. That's not trendy. I love seeing my natural hair texture. And as blacks, to get to a place where we enjoy seeing the curl, the coil, the kink, or whatever you want to call it, that's I don't want to say spiritual thing, but that's a self-worth thing. It's a little bit bigger than a trend, So even with the natural hair, I believe it's borderline. It's personal. What is your purpose for wearing natural hair? For some people, it could be a trend. For some people, it could be a lifestyle. So I think, like I say, for school officials, they need to educate themselves about culture and what's really going on. Why are people wearing locks? And go from there. Because what do you do with a kindergartner that has locks, a little girl? You do not have her cut her hair off to go by your so-called rules because you believe it's not presentable. Sad, you know. So tell me what you all think about the little girl that was told that her locks were not presentable. And I just want to hear your feedback. Do a video response, comment below. Talk to you guys later. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.